Roles of the plants. The flower. The flower is a part of the plant that contains the male and female sex organs. The male organs are the stamens and the female organs are the carpels. Roles of the parts of a flower. The stamens are in a circle around the carpels. They are made up of two parts. 1. The anther. The anther produces pollen. The pollen produces the male gamete. The anther also releases pollen grains. 2. The filament. The filament is a stalk that positions the anther so that pollen can be blown away by the wind. The stem. The stem supports the buds, leaves and flowers. It carries water and minerals from the leaves and flowers. Some stems store food and water. For example, potatoes store food in the form of starch. The leaf. The leaf produces food by photosynthesis. It assists with the transport of water through the plant. It also allows the exchange of gases with the atmosphere. Some plants store food. Lastly, the leaf provides protection. For example, the sap and leaves of the aloe vera.
A plant has 5 sections of reproduction. 1. Pollination. Pollination is the transfer of pollen from the anther to the stigma. 2. Fertilization. Fertilization is the fusion of the male gamete with the female gametes to form a zygote. The zygote then splits and develops into a plant embryo. 3. Seed formation. First, the embryo becomes part of the seed. The seed is made up of food store, a seed coat and the embryo. After the seed forms, the ovary can develop into a fruit. 4. Seed dispersal. The fruits and seeds of a plant must be dispersed as far from the parent plant as possible. This can be done through water, animals, wind, and self-dispersal. 5. Germination. Germination is the growth of a seed to form a new plant. There are 3 conditions needed for germination to occur: oxygen, water, and a suitable temperature. The seed coat splits and the radicle grows upwards into the soil. The plumule emerges and grows upwards. At first, the seed depends on the food store, but once the shoot system develops, the seedling can start photosynthesizing.
Plants need water, minerals and food, starch and sugars, to grow and carry out their other processes. These substances are carried around a plant by a transport system. Plants have 2 types of transport tissue. 1. Xylem tissue transports water and minerals, and 2. Phloem tissue transports food. Phloem tissue and xylem tissue are found together in vascular bundles. These bundles are obvious as veins on a leaf blade or in a freshly cut celery or stem. Transport of water and minerals. Number 1. Water and minerals are taken from the soil by the roots. Then the water and minerals travel up the stem in the xylem tissue. Water is delivered to the leaves for use in photosynthesis. And then heat energy from the sun causes the water in the leaves to evaporate. The loss of water vapor from the surface of a plant is called transpiration. The transport of food. Glucose is sugar made in the leaves during photosynthesis. Some of this glucose is used by the leaves. Some glucose is also stored in the stems and roots as starch. Sugars and starch are types of carbohydrates.